5 workers, sleeping in a makeshift tin shed near a bridge construction site, were buried alive after a tipper driver unloaded tons of sand on the shed in Pasodi Shivar of Jalna's Jafrabad Taluka. A 13-year-old was rescued from under the sand. Local residents alleged that the tipper driver was carrying illegally mined sand and dumping the same late at night to avoid detection. They also blamed the contractor of causing the accident, as he allegedly wanted to source the sand illegally to cut costs. The incident occurred at 3:30 am on Saturday. A mound of sand collapsed onto the tin shed where the workers were staying, burying 6 people. 5 people suffocated and died, while a 13-year-old was rescued. Almost 18 hours later, the Jafrabad police registered an FIR against 3 men, the driver and the owner of the tipper, and the government contractor on whose site the illegal sand was being dumped. They arrested the 34-year-old driver, Santosh Kolhe, from Jafrabad. Superintendent of Police Ajay Kumar Bansal said an FIR against the accused trio has been registered, and efforts are being made to take the case to its logical end. The FIR was registered on the basis of the complaint lodged by Kiran Dahiskar, a 29-year-old from Shivna in Silod Tehsil. Inspector Pratap Ingal said he was not aware if the sand being dumped at the site was legally or illegally mined. He justified the delay in registering the FIR, claiming the family members of the victims were busy with the last rites. The contractor told us that these workers and their families have been associated with him for over 2 decades. We are still trying to find out when they came here for work, and also if all the safety measures were taken at the construction site, he said. According to the local residents, the workers, who were working on a bridge nearby, were sleeping in a tin shed close to the construction site. They said was the tipper driver carelessly unloaded the sand directly onto the shed. The sudden weight caused the structure to collapse, and 6 people were buried. While a 13-year-old girl was pulled out alive by villagers who rushed to the scene, 5 other workers suffocated. The deceased have been identified as Ganesh Kashinath Dhanwai 50 and Bhushan Ganesh Dhanwai 17 from Golegav in Silod Tehsil of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. Rajendra Dagduba Wagha 40 from Dahid in Buldhana, Sunil Sapkal 20 from Padmavati in Bhokardan Jalna, and Supadu Ahar 38 from Tondapur in Jamner Jalgaon. All the victims were relatives working together on the bridge construction project. The incident sparked outrage among people who blamed the contractor, Ravindra Anand, for negligence. It is alleged that the contractor was illegally sourcing sand at night to cut costs. Villagers said the tipper driver fled the scene, leaving the victims trapped under the sand. A woman sleeping in another room of the shed raised an alarm, prompting people nearby to rush to the site and attempt a rescue. However, their efforts could only save the young girl. Taking cognizance of the incident, the district administration has launched a parallel probe into the incident. The bodies of the deceased were sent to a Jafrabad-based state health facility for autopsies. Later, they were handed over to family members. Police said the last rites were performed in the deceased people's respective hometowns on Saturday evening.